Big crowds heading to our county for the 4th of July, but our local restaurants and hotels ready to handle the huge jump in business. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carla Chiquetta.
I'm Marcella Lee in for Barbara Lee Edwards. AAA says San Diego will be one of the most popular destinations for tourists this weekend, but many business owners say they are still having a difficult time finding employees to work, and that is causing some frustrating cutbacks. News 8's Steve Price takes a closer look at the problem.
It's expected to be the busiest weekend in our county since the pandemic started. Hotels say they are sold out. Restaurants seeing a rise in reservations. But are they all ready to handle this sudden surge? Explosions in the sky this 4th of July. But for San Diego businesses, they're hoping the real fireworks will hit their cash registers all weekend long.
On 4th of July, it's going to be crazy busy.
Pepe Stepensky owns San Diego Burger Company and Margarita's Kitchen and Cantina in Seaport Village, a prime viewing spot for fireworks. He says many retailers here believe July 4th will be their single biggest day of the year and hopefully the start of a great summer season.
We really hope so. It looks like we're going towards that way. We have been seeing an increase on business. Look, this is a Monday, and I mean, there's lines of people.
Stepensky says he has the staff to handle increased business, but at a hotel stay last weekend, he saw firsthand what can happen when that's not the case.
They took more people of what they could taking care. I ended making my own bed, going and get my towels, and it was a 5-star resort, and they weren't ready for us.
At the Ocean Park Inn in Pacific Beach, owner Elvin Lai says he could have sold every room at his hotel this weekend, but chose not to for that very reason. Instead, he calls his hotel functionally full.
We're not sold out. We still have rooms that we could sell, but if we were to sell all those rooms, we wouldn't be able to maintain customer service, maintain cleanliness, and maintain basically anything for that matter.
Elvin says hiring more staff has been harder than he expected, but he's thankful the crowds are coming back and talking with guests. It's clear they're looking for any excuse to get away.
There are more first-time family reunions that I've had in my hotel this summer than I've ever had. Like, oh, it's our family reunion. Oh, you do this every year? No, this is our first time. Like, and we're seeing a lot of that, right? Let's all get out. Let's all get together.
By the way, social distancing shouldn't be too tough at fireworks shows. There are more than a dozen of them planned across our county. For a complete list of locations and times, visit our website, cbs8.com. Steve Price, News 8.
Much of the West Coast is sweltering from a historic heat wave. It's so historic that some meteorologists are calling it a 1-in-1,000-year event. Today is supposed to be the hottest, with the heat stretching from Canada all the way down to California. Some areas in the Pacific Northwest were seeing triple digits for the first time ever. Portland hit a record 115 degrees after shattering more records the last 2 days. Seattle could see the mercury hit 110. And there are worries about the heat here at home as well.
Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis joins us now to tell us when our inland communities can expect some relief from the heat. Carlene?
Yeah, it's going to happen over the next couple of days, but then you have something else to worry about. So taking a look at the heat first before we get to those details. We had highs today that were in the 90s across the mountains, talking about the 110s in the desert. It was hot. And so because we had a lot of heat, that's what prompted that excessive heat warning. A big dome of high pressure that has been over the west over the past couple of days. So the heat warning actually started yesterday. Closer towards the coast, you were still in the 60s and 70s. The excessive heat warning will expire tonight. So the heat was earlier today with those highs between 112 to 118 for the desert, 90s across the mountains, and taking a break by tomorrow. And it's because of cloud cover that's set to move in. Back into the 80s, low 90s we're looking at as well for Julian at 90 degrees tomorrow, 80s right along the foothills and in the mountains, getting away from the 110s in the desert. But as I mentioned, there's another thing to be concerned about, and that's thunderstorm activity. I'll tell you why coming up. Marcella?
All right, Carlene, thanks. And with more heat on the way, the San Diego Humane Society is once again reminding pet owners to take extra precautions.
Be mindful of how hot the pavement gets. Remember, they're not wearing shoes like we are. So make sure you give them breaks in the shade, give them chances to rest.
They actually recommend you check to make sure that pavement isn't too hot. Experts say you can actually bend down, touch the surface with your hands, and if it's too hot after about 5 seconds, you need to pull your hand up. It is too hot for your dog's paws. They also recommend taking your dog out for walks early in the day before it heats up or in the early evening, and make sure to bring extra water. If your dog is showing signs of dizziness, excessive panting, or a bright red tongue, call your veterinarian right away.
Tonight, homicide detectives are looking into a deadly shooting near Sunset Cliffs. Police say several people reported hearing gunfire and a man yelling for help last night just before 11:30. Officers found a 33-year-old man with several gunshot wounds near Ladera Street and Sunset Cliffs Boulevard. He died at the scene. His name has not been released at this point. Detectives say it's still not clear what led up to that shooting and that anyone with information should call San Diego police. Homelessness is a lingering and growing problem in San Diego, but today was day one of a brand new effort by the city to deal with the issue. The goal is to reach out to as many homeless individuals as possible and bring them resources to get them off the streets. The first step of the new plan is to get people off the streets and into housing. The next phase will be identifying and helping people with severe substance abuse problems. Mayor Todd Gloria kicked things off in downtown, saying what's happening now is unacceptable.
This repeated effort, this month-long effort, this is not one and done. This is day after day over the next month, really saying make that contact, build that trust, develop the rapport, understand what the barrier is.
The number of people living on the streets in downtown San Diego has increased every month since February. That's according to the nonprofit Downtown San Diego Partnership. A shelter for migrant children that was set up in March at the convention center is scheduled to close July 15th.
With several children still living there right now, the concern is where will they go next? News 8's Shannon Handy has more on that and how the mayor is weighing in. Shannon?
Carlo and Marcella, a lot of people probably don't realize there are still children being housed here at the convention center. But with conventions planned for later this summer, they're going to have to leave. And some are concerned about what happens next. News 8 was outside the convention center back in late March when hundreds of migrant children first arrived. Since then, the temporary shelter has housed thousands of kids, following an increase of unaccompanied minors showing up along our borders.
We were actually there the day they arrived.
Enrique Morones is executive director of Gente Unida, a human rights coalition working to provide services and supplies for the children. He says in 80% of cases, kids spend no more than about a month at the shelter before being reunited with family or other sponsors. Still, he worries about those who haven't, wondering where they'll wind up after the convention center shuts down July 15th. Specifically, he's concerned they'll be sent to shelters out of state, where he says there have been reports of abuse and neglect.
There was sexual abuse. The food was terrible. The children were scared. They were being mistreated. And we fear that this situation could happen and is happening elsewhere. So we don't know where the children are going to be going that were going to the San Diego Convention Center.
The children are allowed to stay in the United States until an asylum hearing. According to the Department of Health and Human Services, as of Monday, 2,376 children from the convention center have been placed with sponsors, but 52 remain on site. HHS is working to find sponsors for them. If they can't, a spokesperson tells News 8, the children will not be transferred to another emergency intake site. Any children who are not reunified with a sponsor will be transferred to an Office of Refugee Resettlement licensed care provider facility, where they will continue to work to verify the unaccompanied child sponsor in order to reunify them. San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria, who visited the shelter just last week, says he's happy with how the children here are being cared for, saying ensuring they're in a safe place is a top priority.
My hope is that as this wraps up over the next couple of days and weeks, many of these children can be placed with their family members as possible.
At this point, there are no immediate plans to open up a new shelter here in San Diego once this one shuts down.
All right, Shannon, thank you. Today, state and local leaders join Mexican officials to sign an agreement ensuring the new Otay Mesa East port of entry will be open by late 2024. San Diego's third busiest border crossing will mostly serve truck traffic to ease congestion at the San Isidro and Otay Mesa crossings, making it faster for everyone to travel between the two countries.
California and Mexico share more than a border. Our histories, cultures, and economies are intertwined. We are in this together.
Work on the new State Route 11 toll road began in 2019, and the port of entry facility will be the final stage of that project. It will also include a new Border Patrol wait time detection system and traveler information system to streamline traffic flow. Some state lawmakers are hoping to speed up the timeline for all recall elections, beginning with the recall now faced by Governor Gavin Newsom. With AB 152, Democrats are proposing to bypass the legislative review process so long as lawmakers set aside money for counties to cover the cost of running the election. The move would reportedly work in the governor's favor by allowing less time for problems to arise. County clerks have said they need until at least September 14th to be ready for any recall election.